Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Internet service providers in Singapore have been ordered to block access to Australia-based academic website East Asia Forum, after the platform failed to comply with a correction direction by the Protection from Online Falsehoods and Manipulation Act, POFMA, office. The Ministry of Communications and Information, MCI, announced this on Saturday, the 16th of September 2023, 3 days after the POFMA order was issued to East Asia Forum. The access blocking orders require Internet access service providers to disable access for end users in Singapore to the East Asia Forum's website, where the falsehoods are communicated, MCI said. The POFMA order relates to claims made in an article titled, "A Spate of Scandals Strikes Singapore," written by Dr. Chan Ying Kit from the National University of Singapore, NUS. The article contains false statements on matters such as the independence of the Corrupt Practices Investigation Bureau, CPIB, and Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong's approach in addressing extramarital affairs among parliamentarians, the Prime Minister's office said on Wednesday. Under the POFMA order, East Asia Forum is required to publish a correction notice at the top of the article and the website's main page. Imagine the website's main page is like the main door of a library that contains thousands of books, each book representing one article. While the fault was with only one book out of the thousands of books in the library, the correction direction required the library to put the notice prominently on its main door. In this case, East Asia Forum must have decided that the number of readers it had in Singapore did not justify its compliance with the correction order, and hence it chose to not to comply and forfeit its readership in Singapore in the process. Professor Ma did a check of the fake news laws of other countries around the world, and most of the other countries only require the offending content to be removed within 24 hours of the government notice, and there is usually no need to publish any correction notice. In other words, by insisting on the correction notice being published on the main page, Singapore is one of the few countries which requires actions that can potentially affect the reputation of the publication even after removal of the offending article. Having the correction notice splashed on the main page of a publication can be seen as similar to having the word liar pasted on the forehead of someone who was caught lying. It can potentially become a form of public shaming. So why is the East Asia Forum incident suspicious? The fact of the matter is, any competitor organization of the East Asia Forum could have persuaded the academic to include falsehoods in the article before offering the bait to East Asia Forum, which published the article without double-checking on the basis that it was written by someone from the National University of Singapore. After that, all the competitor needs to do is to tip off the Singapore government, and the East Asia Forum eventually gets blocked in Singapore. In subsequent videos, Professor Ma will explain more aspects of life. In the meantime, please help by liking and by subscribing. Thank you.